been in for about 6 weeks, so I'm going to show you one way to rack your wine. The bucket that I'm going into and the tube have both been washed with bleach, both inside and out, and then rinse, 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 okay? So, you can get it started first time. Come on. Ah, close. Oh well. Sometimes it'll go up over the skippy hop. Usually it doesn't. Okay. Whatever you do, do not put your mouth on it, okay? Oh, come on. Come on, there we go. Alright, now it's flowing quite nicely. And this arrangement allows me to get almost to the very bottom. Just transferring the wine. It's a gravity feed situation. Don't need no stinking peristaltic pump. Don't need no, nothing fancy. Problem being, you can see where the ring at the top is. That's the splash line where the yeast and the wine that's on was splashed onto the wall. It was just too full to tip and pour. I've done that before. It's a reasonable thing to do. Oh look, I'm barefoot. In the background, there's laundry. Okay? I opened up the bucket with the wine in it and said, oh, I should clean the floor. And then I said, but I'm not, because all I need to do is go sweepity sweepity, dust flies into the product, and that's contraindicated. I'm working on a dirty floor. Oh well. Welcome to the real world. Don't have gloves on either. I'm not in a hazmat suit. This is wine. People have been doing this for, well, it's written in the Old Testament, so for quite a long time. Apparently Noah got drunk and caused some problems. Oh well. Don't get drunk and cause problems, okay? It is there for a purpose. It's not there to be abused. And if you have to learn the difference, don't do it right, okay? There's plenty of ways to find out what your limits are without crashing into a bridge abutment. Or somebody else. And that's all tragedy. Don't go there. You stay home. You see how high you can jump on the trampoline, and when you bump your head, wah, okay. So do not take that as my permission to be an idiot. If you're going to be an idiot, you're on your own. But you want to find out if you are more relaxed around people because it lowers your inhibitions a little bit. You want to find out how it helps to de-stress, that's fine. But if you're passing out, you got a problem. I'm babbling in the background. Now, as long as I stay below this line, I won't siphon air back in. Now that line will lower as the transfer occurs. You really have to have it such that there is a drop. 6-8 inches is probably enough, a couple of feet up to here, and things move faster. The level internally will, the transfer rate will decrease as the bucket below comes up and the bucket above comes down. Now, What we really, really don't want to do is stir the bucket. That would be bad. So, once it got set up there, I didn't move it. Now, down at the bottom, there's going to be mud. Well, it's red stuff. It's dead yeast cells. Even though there is some surface foam, that stays around, well, months, okay? And the amount of surface bubbles isn't going down. Don't see a lot more bubbles coming up. When the arch is farther away from the wine line, sometimes you'll start to see bubbles collecting at the cap of the arch. Oh well, flick it. Okay. If too many of them form, what it can do is a vapor lock. Again, this one has been there since May 3rd, June 11th, so that's what, 6 weeks? 5 weeks? Yeah. It's just ready to be transferred to leave behind a whole bunch of yeasty settlings, okay? Okay, you see the wine line is dropped. In the 7-gallon bucket that I'm tossing it into, 7.5 gallons, the wine level is coming up. Now it's not going to be ready to be consumed yet. I mean, you could. It doesn't have to make you fart. Again, no bubbles are forming up here. That means it's not highly carbonated. The cap that I took out, the bubbler, yeah, it's fine. I will have to, before I start the next batch, which I'm going to do literally before the hour is up, I'm going to have to take it back. I'm going to wash it. I'm going to rinse it with some bleach and pour the bleach back in the container that saves bleach. Then rinse, 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 okay? That, there's a god of drinking wine, that would be Bacchus. Yeah, he is not the god of making wine, he's the god of drinking wine. He's the guy with libidinous women hanging on him saying, "Oh, I want what you've got." Yeah. The god of making wine, Biblios? I don't know. He's a different dude, okay? He has an apron, and he scrubs things, and he rubs down the inside of barrels with sand and scrubby, scrubby, scrubby. Now, these days we know to use bleach. We've gotten a little better. Also, do not use sand on the plastic buckets. You'll muck them up. Use a soft cloth, okay? Soft cloth, you'll be fine. It's down to here. And it's almost there. Let's see. Oh, much lighter. I could barely lift that before. About 80 pounds and awkwardly sloshy. Not 80 pounds. 60 pounds. But awkwardly sloshy. I had forgotten how much fluid I had packed into that one. Also, it is my standard procedure just to stand here while the whole thing happens. That way, cats don't come through the room. If a June bug lands in it, I'll fish it out with my hand. Gnats and fruit flies love this kind of stuff. I don't like them in there, but they like it. If it was up to me, I'd have the vacuum cleaner on, and if any bugs came close, zoop, okay, and they'd be dealt with. The exhaust for the vacuum cleaner would, of course, be outside. Alright, down to here, and I don't want to move much. do want to get that last bit. It's still flowing nicely. This was made with just juice from the grocery store and sugar. And if you make it with crushed grapes, sometimes you get a leaf or a stem, and that'll rot the input of the siphon. That's no problem. And no matter what you do, it won't be perfect. Okay? Fear not. Starting to see a little bit of white go through. And it's also kind of slowing down. This is where that peristaltic pump would kick ass. It's about 2 inches on the diagonal, so I'm guessing that'd be about 1 inch if I held it all flat. Some people say don't bother washing. I'm fastidious that way. I say just throw the next batch in on top of the Retsana that's in there and you'll be fine. Okay. Down the last 1/2 inch and it's gonna... Okay. Okay. Now that's going to get bleached. Let me show you what will even be behind. Now see that? That should be a white bottom in there, okay? Just like a little freshly born Caucasian baby. Okay, but it's red. And not the kind of red that of Indians. This is just, that's grape stuff. Alright. Now I'm going to, what did I do with my lid? I left my lid in the other room. Wah. I'll be back. This gets cleaned along with the lid. Alright, there's the lid. Oy! Who made this so heavy? Oy! It's one of the reasons most people only go up to a 5-gallon container. You gotta move this stuff around eventually. Oh, baby. Okay. And recycle this one. I'll keep the gnats out. Alright. Just to show you. Alright. Fresh from the kitchen. That's got to come out, otherwise it'll backswash, okay? You don't want to pull that water into your batch. Okay. Carefully recork. Okay. Yeah, you can see that definitely got I got a gnat in there. Definitely has a little bit of white coloring to it. And if you look at it up the wall, you see that? Wow. It's okay. Just do the try it. It's still effervescent. That means it's got a lot of carbonation in it. Yeah, I'm going to say another 3 weeks before it gets bottled. Well, how do you know that? Well, it just needs a little more time for the yeast to settle. We just stirred it up, for crying out loud. It's going to be a great wine. You can drink it now. The actual alcohol content is not going to change much. But it's prettier. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but we've got neighbors shooting off some big old fireworks. They're happy about something. Let's see if we can go celebrate.